if I'm struggling, it's okay. That's between me and my falls.
Yes.
If today we're eating sushi, that's between me and my falls. You don't need to know, So I'm over trying to prove anything to anyone. People think I'm a gold digger anyway, so there's nothing further for me to prove.
So he can't claim he sent me 200 rand, and how come now I need to go back to receipts from that when he's never done that?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
He's only bought a pizza
in 13 years
and a bunch of flowers.
Sometimes you do find yourself having straight because you decided, spur of the moment, I decided to be nice to myself. Yes. I'm going to Paris.
Yes.
Then you come back and you look at that statement and you're like, yo, okay, we kind of overdid it.
Yeah. So if you go 67 rand when you're supposed to be 50, you must know you're going to be short somewhere.
And it's a decline. And then that embarrassment of a declined card. Oh, and only in my 40s did I really understand the proper purpose of a banker, because when you are in your 30s and you happen to be fortunate enough to get to the black card, you are already paying the fees of a banker, but you're not utilizing the banker. Welcome to another episode of 40 Something. So excited.
Yeah.
My name is Maboi.
And I'm Gabi Mbele.
Yes, this is a platform where we share our life experiences.
At 40.
To be precise.
Yes,
at 40. And just, give you insight into what happens in our life. So this is our perspective, but you're more than welcome to share your perspective as well. So today we decided we're going to talk finances.
Yay.
Hey, because
Chankura is the way.
That's the thing. And I think more than anything, why we would want to talk about finances in your 40s is because in your 20s, you are, blowing it, taking, what being broke is at 20, right? In your 20s. In your 30s, you're sort of stabilizing.
Yeah.
But in your 40s, you're now at a point where you are stable. You know what works for you, what doesn't work for you.
Clear goals.
You have clear goals.
Responsibilities.
Exactly. You understand what investing is and all of that. And it just puts your finances into such a clear, like you are so clear about life.
Yeah.
It's not even funny.
But I also just think finances become the key to how you're going to live your life post a certain age, right? Because then the retirement word starts coming in. The investment word starts coming in. There's so many other things. And if you have children even more, then you have to start thinking about their college.
Yes.
There's so many bags of everything that you need to do. And that's when you start being savvy as well. How you do things, where you go. If I leave my house, it's money. There's those things you start thinking about, right? And you also want to secure your child's future. There's so many things in your 40s that I think, but you are set.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Yeah.
And you start getting a banker.
Right. Right.
That's the favorite part.
Outside of getting a banker, so only in my 40s did I really understand the proper purpose of a banker, because when you are in your 30s and you happen to be fortunate enough to get to the black card, you are already paying the fees of a banker, but you're not utilizing the banker. Yeah. But then at the end of the month, every month we are patala, and when your card is a particular
color.
Capitec
users also have bank. I'm just saying.
But you know what I mean, right? So there was also that obsession on social media of posting the color of your card, and I was like, guys, but then you understand it comes with an ego. There's an ego point to it.
Yes.
You've worked hard for it. You've gotten here. Finally, there's premier whatever written on your card. But you then get to that point where you're like, oh, so this is why I have a banker. Let's have quarterly meetings with my banker. Am I hitting the targets that we had set out? Am I, if I need to get a bank statement stamped and whatnot, I don't have to go inside the bank.
Yes, I haven't seen a bank in such a long time.
Right? The only time I ever go to the bank is when I go to the offices to have my quarterly meetings with my banker.
Oh no, I do everything telephonic. I don't have time.
No, Mina, I have quarterly sit downs with my banker. So can
Let's
we
relook.
please.
Let's relook everything.
But that only comes with you being focused around your finances.
Right.
What is it that you require? And being honest with yourself as well.
Right.
You know, because sometimes you do find yourself having straight because you decided, spur of the moment, I just have to be nice to myself.
Yes.
I'm going to Paris.
Yes.
Then you come back and you look at that statement and you're like, yo, okay, we kind of overdid it. So how do we get back on track?
Yeah.
You know?
I think I started at 35 though, like utilizing the banker properly because I had an incredible lady called Claudia. She was really incredible. Like I've never had someone dumb down the chat of money like how she did it.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like that was important because that shaped how and where I am now that I'm 40. And it's really such a cardinal rule in my life where I'm just like, do I need it or do I want it? That's the conversation, right? It takes you back to like, I think you even learned this when you were in primary school where they say, is it a need or a want?
Yes.
So now we have that conversation with myself and I'll have it with our money because then you start teaching the responsibility of money with kids, right?
True.
The other day she says to me, can you put my card in? But it's on my thing. I don't know what she was looking for. She wanted to put her card onto the thing. And I was like,
why?
Where do you work?
Yes.
What job do you have? You have a card and Uber Eats on the thing. And I've heard it. I've heard conversations on radio where there's that. But if you do not need it, then do not bother doing it.
True.
Yeah. True. And I'm a spreadsheet hun, so.
Are you?
Yeah.
See, that's something I've never gotten used to. The spreadsheeting.
Yeah.
Putting
I'm a spreadsheet
everything.
hun. If it doesn't make sense, and I will go back. So, I mean, we all have smartphones.
Yeah.
In the phone, I have a note that is written January, July. So whenever I tap or whatever I do, I'll go write it down when to Pick and Pay bought for this much, so that I can go back. It needs to balance, right?
I think because
you go short somewhere.
My app does it. My banking app sort of does it for the month automatically.
Yeah, but
I hear what you're saying.
See, when you have to start logging onto it, I feel like then you remove the accountability.
Okay.
But if it's a spreadsheet, it sits at the back of your head all the time.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get
because now every month you're gonna have there's the things that you're doing. Yes. But remember, your investments become an income. It's not a liability. So that's an income of some sort. Because at some point you're gonna get that money back. All the expenses need to go on the other side because you need to know. But then the one thing that must be the total income that you're getting and you're deducting from it the whole time. So you know next month not to make the same mistake you made the month before. True. I have YOLO moments. I don't want to lie. There's moments when I wake up and be like, I feel like a fancy breakfast at Glenda's.
Yes.
And I'll go and do it, right? But back of my head, I need to know there's somewhere where I'm going to fall short.
Yes.
So there's a one thing that I will probably have to sacrifice because I chose Glenda's versus accountable.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So as you say, it's just that balancing and that mental accountability more than anything.
Yes.
Because, girlies like you and I who are solitary, there's nowhere else to run to.
Yeah, no.
If you're shorter,
there's no, and also being the eldest for me is I can't go back to my mom and dad. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can, but I choose not to because I've got younger siblings, right? And it's just be fair.
True.
You are now an adult.
True.
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You are taking up the space of someone else's needs. And my one sibling is still in college. So there is that. Give her room because you've had your turn.
Yeah.
Now you have to take over and do your bit. Right?
I think for me, it's different in the sense that I consciously cannot go back to my parents because they're both retired. So you're telling my retirement, like, why are you being this girl? Why are you being this girl?
Hoping your parents blind?
Right? So there's that thing. You're good to know. You can't go back to your parents because they're retired. They're living on their pension money. So I can't now be saying, in 35,000. Really? That's not money that I can go work and replace.
Yes. So and 90% of the time, your parents will never ask for their money back.
They will not. But it's the same even with my siblings. Mina, not just my siblings, but in general, if I borrow you, if you come to me and you say, can I borrow a particular fee? I will not give you money that I cannot afford to not give back. That's a rule.
I had to learn that the hard way.
So if you are asking me for 5 rand and I know I cannot afford to not get it back, I'm not giving it. But if I give it with that grace of, if it comes back, it's a bonus. If it doesn't, it's okay.
Oh, so I'm not really losing it. Okay, I knew that in my mind that
Yes,
it's gone.
It's gone,
Okay.
gone. If it comes back, fantastic. If I buy, it's okay. Because I had already written it off.
I'm so weak at that part. Like,
Really?
I'm so bad. Like,
no, I even keep it budgeting. I'm not giving it to you.
I need to learn that. Like, because I don't know if, and I've learned in therapy that I'm a woman who loves hard.
Yeah.
So if we're friends and you come to me and you say, and if I don't have it, I'll still give it to you.
Really?
I don't really know how many people do it.
Yeah.
But I once saw it, I think it was like 3 years ago I first saw it. Initially, I'll tell you why. How I got to spreadsheets. Initially, I had a fear, and that's before therapy. I had a fear that the sperm donor would return and try to take my child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it happened while we were in COVID. First returned and tried to be a part of my daughter's life. And I remember getting a lawyer because a friend of mine said, get a lawyer. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you've never gone to this person or demanded maintenance or asked for anything from this person. So if in case they try to say you kept the child, get a lawyer.
Okay.
And then let's start there. So that's where we started. And the lawyer then said, take a shoebox for everything you spend on your child. Put the receipt in there. And that's where it started, the spreadsheet.
Okay.
Now it moved from having the box, because then I realized, oh, these boxes are getting too much. Then I moved to the spreadsheet.
Okay.
So she gets an allowance, so that's all penciled in there. Because if one day the sperm donor decides to return and claim that I kept.
Yeah, kept her away from him.
Can't. You prove it.
That makes a lot.
Put in money, because now there's also that, because then with that lawyer, she had to get a bank account of her own.
Yes.
So that if he does make a transaction, it's in her bank account and not mine. So he can't claim he sent me 200 rand, and I need to go back to receipts from like when he's never done that.
Okay. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
He's only bought a pizza.
In 13 years.
And a bunch of flowers. Which I then did ask, like, do kids eat flowers? But okay.
I'm not the pillar I'm Nandi, but anyway.
So that's how my spreadsheet journey started. But now I use it as a method to hold myself accountable to how much I've spent. I can tell you my car in a month uses 2,000 rand worth of petrol. I put in petrol every Sunday. Okay, that's the routine. Okay, I think I'm a bit.
You're a very routine-driven person. I used to think I'm routine
on Sunday, and I'll never. There will be an extra trip, but I can only make one extra trip.
Okay.
In all those trips, it's school back and forth, and then I know I've got one work from home, and then I've got to go to church on Sunday, and then on a special occasion, if we say we're going to lunch, I know, and I've calculated that trip in that amount. Yeah. So I know that 500 rand on that Sunday definitely needs to make it work. So even when I take a route or go somewhere, I need to account for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're going to run out of petrol at some point.
I really used to think I was routine driven. I think I'm not routine driven.
No, you have to be. Because also, there's things like, I know my kid has got a production on the 1st of October. Now I need to calculate that in. Because that means I'm going to return twice on that destination. So now the spreadsheet is going to change, because what I'm going to earn this month, I'm using it for October. So I need to then calculate that into that. So I will not be spending 2,000 rand on petrol. It's probably only 2.5 because of those extra trips that are going to production back and forth to the school.
Got you. That makes a lot of sense.
That's a lot, right?
Yeah, no.
I feel like people are going to think I'm crazy.
Organized. No, you're organized.
It's individual
I love
parenting.
it.
It's hard. It's painful because I've nowhere else to turn, and I cannot make that rookie mistake at this age.
Yes.
So, and I feel like if I don't teach myself that, no one else will. My family lives in KZN. I have no one else here. I've got my mom's extended families here, but I don't really have a tight relationship with them.
Yeah.
So I've got my grandmother who's got her kids. We have that relationship, but because I lived in boarding school and I never engaged so much with the people, and there's some family members who have chosen to remove for personal reasons, I have nowhere else to go. So if I fail at this one thing, it's all on me.
And the sad thing about it is that it's not just a matter of if I fail at this one thing, it's all on me. If I fail, I'm not failing just myself. I'm failing another innocent human being who has no business being failed because
and she didn't ask to be here.
So I feel you completely, because that's how I conduct my life as well, in the sense of everything that I do, I need to be very mindful of the fact that it's not just me, there is another human being, right?
Yes.
So we must make sure there's money for grocery, there's money to take him to school. So because I have radio, he has a driver in the morning who takes him to school.
Oh wow,
right?
That's amazing. You do have that.
Yes, as opposed to having e-transport. My child has an actual driver who will pick him up from home, takes him to school, and then in the afternoons I pick him up.
Oh yeah, because then you'd be done, because then you would have shot, and even the TV part will be done. Okay.
Yes. All right. So the only time that I don't pick him up is on a Tuesday, which is when my sister picks him up, because I have back-to-back TV shows and I only finish at like 7 in the evening. So then the way you're shaking your head. So then my sister will go pick him up.
And you must speak English and all those things, eh?
Yeah.
Crazy business. Okay, my English shuts out at 5.
Really?
I can't do it.
I could wait. So that's when it's their bonding time. But then I must make sure there's money for the driver every month. I must make sure there is money for his, after he's done with school and he goes to master maths. So he has an hour in between.
So he has to eat.
He has to eat at that hour. Yes. So having him take lunch for both sometimes becomes a little untenable, because no one wants to eat stale bread. By the time you get
it's soggy and
it's soggy, it's not nice.
Do
you get what I mean? So it just becomes a little, there's 50 bucks, go buy whatever, So then he will go buy food after, go to his maths tutoring. When he's done, I pick him up and then we go home. So there is that little bit of routine. I must make sure I have money for gym.
What happens at gym?
No, I must pay for the gym membership.
Oh, yes, because you pay for gym.
So there must be money for that. There must be money for the petrol. Then there's the good ones where I look at it and I'm like, when the money comes out, I'm not even bothered. My bond, when that line item comes, I'm like,
listen,
we have a roof over our head.
No greater day.
We have a roof over our head. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So for me, those are the moments I look at it and I'm like, okay, we've paid for this, we've paid for that, we've paid for that. But when it comes to being accountable, so I finished paying off my car, and lately I've been itching for a new car, but I'm so back to what you were saying. Do you want it or do you need it?
Yeah.
My car's relatively new, purely based on the fact that I drive different, because I'm in the motoring space. I drive different cars all the time. I very rarely,
there's also that ambassadorship stuff.
I rarely use my own car, so my car's sitting less than 60. But anyway,
my car is 18 years old and it's got, I think, 190k. My car's job, get my kid to school.
Yes.
Get me to work.
Yeah.
Here and there, go, granny. But that's not even true. Get me to church and that's it.
You see.
It has no other rule.
So angina a need for a new car. If I'm being honest, if I bought a new car, it will be purely
just for vibes,
for ego. Not even, let me be honest. It will just
what would you get that's boosting your ego that well? For you to part with that kind of money.
It will literally be an ego thing.
Stop it.
It will literally be an ego thing. Not because
but your car is new.
My car is new. But there's a little box that I wanna. So you look at it and you're like, do I need this car? No, I don't need it. Is it a nice to have? Absolutely, it's a nice to have. But also, if I
that idea, exactly. That's a lot of money.
It is. But I don't need it.
But did you, in all of this, because I think even when I think about finances, do you finance your happiness as well?
I do. Oh, I absolutely finance my happiness. So whenever I get an opportunity to do a short lift, I love trips.
Okay.
So I will.
Wait, do you drive yourself there?
I love to drive. I will drive, go there, have a nice.
Any problems here?
No, I love to drive. I love to drive. I will only fly to Cape Town.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Everywhere else, I drive. I will drive. I'll drive to Durban and back. I've got no issues.
So you do finance your happy. So you'll do things that will. Is that every month, or do you?
I've initially I had thought every single month I must make sure that I do something nice for myself, which would be like buying a pair of sneakers or going to a really nice restaurant or whatever. But now also I have too many sneakers. Like it's just become ridiculous now. Every time I want to buy a pair of sneakers, I'm like, do you need another pair of sneakers?
I think you think it's gonna match with this outfit. You with 7 colors, yeah.
Yeah. But then now I've gotten to a point where I will buy those sneakers I used to saba well, where it'd be like, okay, I can't justify the price for this. I'll come back to it. So now every once in a while, I'd be like, why not?
You deserve it.
Be nice to yourself,
Yeah.
So I've now started every once in a while buy a really expensive sneaker that I know good I'm not going to wear all the time. But when I do wear it, I'm like, yeah, I worked for this sneaker. It's okay.
And it makes you happy.
And it makes me happy, you know?
It's like a lift of an ego there.
And then, but sneakerheads, then someone will say, oh, the sneaker is in my bucket list. When I make money, I'm like, stop telling people how much my sneakers are.
Because then they know the price. Oh.
Yeah. So for me, I'm like, just say nice sneakers. Keep it moving. Stop giving people the idea that it's expensive.
So for you being a freelancer, how do you financially secure yourself?
I save a lot. Because as you know, being a freelancer, no 2 months are ever the same. There's months where you will make a lot of money, and then there's months where you're not really gigging as much. Okay. So the nice thing about it is that I've got regular salaries, like with, I'm telling you my employers now.
The television and the radio.
The television and the radio. Yeah. So those are the regular stable. And then there's other things like when you MC or you influence or you know what I mean? Gotcha. So those are like the extras that will come in, but that's not regular. So there are times when you will get a nice chunk of money. So that nice chunk of money, hoy that towards the car. Make sure you pay it off. Hoy that towards the bond. Let's try and finish it as quickly as possible. Because now I want to move on to property, getting into that property investment. And my biggest thing is I'm not even doing it for me. As you said, when we started, legacy. I want to leave Tato with something. I don't want to leave him in a position where he says, yeah, my mom was on billboards. She was doing all of this.
That's also another thing. You will live on the internet and everybody will be like, oh, that's your mom. And then, any next.
Right.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Yeah. So, but that I also learned from my parents. So my parents own multiple properties and that's part of their legacy to us. So I want to pay it forward with my son as well and say, should the good Lord remember me?
Yeah.
You have something.
But that's how the other races have won over the years, right? And we look at ourselves and we're like, oh, the parents didn't see one, but there's 5 kids.
Yes.
How are you supposed to split that, right?
Exactly.
That's always been the harmful way. I suppose that's grounding.
It is.
As well, because then you learn something from what happened in our past and we are building on that.
Yeah.
Do you find that with all the stuff that you're doing, do you feel like you're overstretching yourself financially or?
No, I'm fortunate enough to say I'm in a good space financially. I'm very stable financially. But I think I'm not kind to myself enough. I'm living in.
No, we're not getting the car.
No. The car is ish.
At the end of it,
you know? And the thing is, I know the manufacturer doesn't do sponsorship, so I can't even go and say they don't do sponsorship. Yeah. So I'm just like, it's not the way it from far. You know? Every once in a while I get it as a test car.
Okay.
I get it.
Oh, but then that's kind of
yes.
Is that happening?
Yes. And I
staying away from it. Okay.
And when I am in the car, I'm always throwing it out to the universe. Like, just make this happen. I don't know how you're gonna make this happen with this.
But it will. Yeah.
It will happen one day. Yeah. When I have 2 million. Just bend on the go.
That's the price of property.
You see why I can't get, because I can't justify it. Not with where I'm trying to be. it doesn't make sense. Because a car, whether you like it or not, I don't care that it's 2 million. It's not an investment.
It's a liability.
There's cars that are investments at that price point, but they are few and far between. Like if you buy a Ferrari, you can, those are cars that are
the moment it leaves.
Yes, but there are cars that if you buy a car that it will appreciate over time because it is a particular make of a particular year or whatever, then you can invest in that. But that also comes with time. You must keep that car.
I'm not materialistic enough. I need to.
You see, that's another thing. I think what I've loved about getting to my 40s, I'm over materialism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be wearing a particular brand top to toe. It means nothing to me. Also, I don't need to prove to you that I'm okay.
Yeah.
If I'm struggling, it's okay. That's between me and my falls.
Yes.
If today we're eating sushi, that's between me and my falls. You don't need to know, So I'm over trying to prove anything to anyone.
Yeah.
People think I'm a gold digger anyway, so there's nothing further for me to prove.
It's such a challenge. There's people who think you're a gold digger.
Yeah, because apparently I got married for money.
Have they met you?
No, outside of that, I'm like, do you know what I do? Do you know how hard I work and all of that? But
so they know you're up at 4.
Story for another day. So now I'm at a point where I just work hard. I enjoy my life.
Mm-hmm.
I try and be structured financially.
Mm-hmm.
And I also try and spoil my son as well. Inumtanami lives a good life, Shem. That kid.
Yeah, I literally pointed it out to my kid yesterday when we had to give a lift to one of her friends. And I was like, do you realize you live the softest life ever?
Yeah.
Ever.
And I try and be very conscious even with him to say, please don't think this lifestyle is a lifestyle that you have earned. You are yet to earn your own lifestyle. This is my lifestyle that you happen to enjoy.
Yep. And you are just part and parcel of it.
You are part and parcel of this journey that I am on. But you still need to go to school, make sure you get good grades, make sure you're hard working. You're hardworking so that eventually you can live this life that I have gotten you used to at your own expense. Because if you are going to fail yourself at being able to afford, depressed and I will not be there.
Because we leave it.
I will not.
We're going to Venice when you are in varsity. So yeah, no.
That's what I plan to do in my golden years. Yes. I plan to travel a lot more than I am now. So if you think I'm leaving you riches,
see to finish, my dear.
I will have done my job. You have a roof over your head.
There's a part where you have to part with that.
Like, I don't believe in taking care of children to a point where they now no longer have to do anything for themselves.
That's scary.
I do not believe in that.
And you know, when they get to the working part and they now have to earn that money, they struggle.
Yes.
Because I'm like, they wake up and they're like, but why do I have to be here? I'm like, what do you mean?
You didn't teach. Yes, but it's because you didn't teach them the value of why you're waking up every morning. So kids can't just see you waking up every morning, but they don't know why you're waking up every morning. Yes, with TAG, you have Fridays. A budget. If you skip that budget and your card declines, that's not on me. And I make sure it's just that amount. I don't put any more. I don't give you room to breathe.
Yeah. So So if you go 67 Rand when you were supposed to be 50, you must know you're going to be short somewhere.
And it's a decline. And then that embarrassment of a declined card. And I also feel like our kids are lucky because you don't have that ShopRite woman that's going to say, declined!
Yeah. But our school, this is what I fear with Amani school. Because I'm very kind and I know all the people, Miranda, all of them. They'd give it to her and be like, you can then ask her. And I'm like,
no, we're not doing that.
I do not have it. So
you know the budget.
Yeah.
Yes.
You must see to finish.
You know the budget.
Yeah.
Stick to the budget.
Yeah.
So you need to sit there and say, okay, I want a burger, I want chips, I want a cool drink. And this is how much this costs, that costs, that. My line items, how much are they amounting to? Oh, so we're not going above the $50. Okay, we're good.
That's a spreadsheet approach, by the way.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So if you know, if I want that lollipop isn't keep it budgeted. Take the lollipop out or swap the chips out.
Else. Yeah.
But do what you need to do to not go over the budget. Because if you go over the budget, declined. Angikho mina.
You can't text me.
You can't text me.
Because why? Where are you gonna find it?
I mean, So it's also just paying it forward with our kids. Live the life that I'm living. I can't be the one who is crunching numbers and when you're living a good life. You also need to understand in your own life, crunch the numbers too. Crunch the numbers too. But anyway. Yeah.
I love that. Well, we're all balanced on finance. Everybody's got a different method.
Yes.
But we'd like to hear from you what you're doing and how you are managing your finances.
Yeah.
But also teach us some tricks, right?
Yes.
Because I'd love to know something new. Maybe I'm stretching myself by doing the budget sheet, the spreadsheet approach, but maybe there's something easier, right? I generally don't want to rely on the bank because they're there to use my money. Because I do know all that investment is gone to somebody else's loan right now.
True.
Because if I had to ask them back for all that money, they can't give it back.
Another thing that I use, the Stash app.
I stopped. Oh, I'll tell you the method around that. But tell us your experience actually with the Stash app. And tell us about all the other things that you're doing. 32-day notice account, that's also my trick.
I love that.
So there's so many other methods that people are using. But subscribe, follow us, go back to the other episodes. Tell us what you think, what you'd like to talk about.
Yes, I would love to get that.
Yeah.
Just ideas around what it is that we can chat about so that we have a nice, rich community of 40-something.
Yes. And that's it from us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bye.